Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the wild, weird, and wacky world of the Word. Yeah, we're going to take a look at just how wild and weird and wacky things can get in the Psalms. And it's cold outside, so my pal and I here we're hanging out inside today. Sunny, see the sun shining on my face, but it is a little bit bitter with that wind blowing. So, what do we have going on? One of the Psalms that we have chosen to read this day, there's two of them. It's either Psalm 2 or Psalm 99. And we've talked about both of those this week already, but I like to focus in on something we find in Psalm 2. Let's get right to it. In the second verse, the kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and his anointed. Okay, against the Lord and his anointed? Well, it obviously is referring to the king. But wait a minute. There's something interesting going on there. The word anointed, in English, that just kind of passes us by, but we know why it's his anointed because the prophet would pour oil on the king's head, and that is how the announcement is made to the people that he is your king. But the Hebrew word that's used is Mashiach, which, when you translate that into English, it becomes Messiah. Messiah, yeah, the anointed one. The Christ, as we get into the Greek, yep, Greek uh, translates it as the Christ, the Messiah. Think about that. Now, the king, all the kings were anointed. They were all considered to be messiahs. But as time goes on and the kingdom of Israel is constantly being beaten down and overrun by different empires, the Babylonians, the Assyrians, um, the Persians, the Greeks, the Romans, Messiah became a catchword for that one who is going to finally give us the freedom that comes from that Davidic line of kings. Becomes a very particular person. So, yeah, it's interesting that this Psalm 2 is one that we are using that can be used for the Sunday of the Transfiguration, but that really comes in a passage, a verse that comes just a little bit later, verse 7. I have set my king on Zion, my holy hill. I will tell of the decree of the Lord. He said to me, You are my son. Today I have begotten you. You are my son. Well, what's that? Hey, what did we have at Jesus' baptism? This is my beloved son, the one with whom I am well pleased. And we have here at the transfiguration of Jesus, we have the same words. This is my beloved son. You are my son. Today I've begotten you. Now, that's interesting and that's important. Today I have begotten you. In other words, those kings weren't born as God's sons. God adopted them as his sons. Today I have begotten you. Today, in this moment that I set you up as king, I've begotten you as my son. Jesus, Jesus was born the Son of God. Ah, okay. Yeah. So there's a lot of things, a lot of intricacies that go on in Scripture that it'd be so easy in a casual reading of it just to overlook it. But these are powerful. They're powerful exclamations of exactly who Jesus is. Okay. Well, hopefully you enjoy your day as much as I hope I can today with all this beautiful sunshine. Even though it's cold, hey, I'm going to relish in the fact that in the middle of February, we have the sun, S-U-N, and the sun, S-O-N, shining in our lives. God's blessings be with you.